let's draw new original characters.
It's time for another Go Mock Rocket Sheep.
Hello and welcome to the original character edition of Go Mock Rocket Sheep, where we will be creating 3 original characters together for fun. I teach comic classes, and a lot of the times my students come up and ask me, how do you come up with, like a fresh new character that's totally your own? And so that's what we're going to be doing today. I have plenty of original characters to my name. Here are a few of them. But today we're going to come up with 3 brand new ones. So it's going to be fun. Let's go. Easy mode. Okay, so we're going to make 3 characters. First based on circles. The second based on squares. And the third based on triangles. Because you can make characters easily just by considering shapes. So first, for the circle, we'll do a head. For the square, we'll do a head. For the triangle, we'll do a head. You're like, this seems really basic. It's easy mode. We'll get there in medium mode. For the body, we'll do a circle. For the body, we do a square. For the body, we're going to do 2 triangles. 1, 2, kind of overlapping. Then, for the legs, well, let's connect the head and the body. So for the legs, for the feet, circles, squares, and then triangles. Okay, and then connect the feet to the body. We'll kind of do like a triangle-ish connection for that. And then there we go. For hands, let's just do them by the side. Nice circles, squares for hands. You're like, why are we using these shapes so much? You'll see. And then triangles for hands pointing down. Okay, so these are fairly blank slate-ish, aka there's nothing really defining about them. So we'll keep using these shapes to add features that define who they are, right? So for this, we'll add circly eyes, maybe some circly ears, and maybe a circly mouth, an ovally mouth, and a circly nose, half a circle for a nose. And we'll add our pupils. Nice. And then a big circle face. Nice. For this one, the eye shape will be squares, while rectangles, still circle pupils. Maybe the nose is a little blocky. And then a mouth like that, with ears that are squares. For this one, let's do a triangle mouth, and maybe we'll put lips on it. There we go. And then the eyes, we will go like this for the eyes. So it's kind of like a point in the corner. Put some eyelashes on there. Eyebrow. So we still have kind of like pointy face. And the ears are, let's make them softer ears. There we go. So now we have faces. I guess we should add some eyebrows. So we have kind of different body shapes taking place here. So nice. We should add some hair to make it soft. Let's kind of give this guy curly hair like that. Kind of keeping with the theme of these soft circles. Not really like any harshness. This person's all harsh. So they can have maybe some jaggedy hair. Okay. And she, it looks like a girl, is gonna have kind of crazy long hair. Like that. A lot of points. A lot of things come into points with this person, right? Okay. So then it's just a matter of deciding what you want your characters to wear. So I think I'm going to put a hoodie on this one. So just start with a V and then bring it around like that. And then for the arm, so now we're just taking our kind of arms and making them make a little bit more sense. Like this. This is the cuff of the hoodie. I wear a lot of hoodies. And then the hand is going to be soft like that. So 1, 2, 3, and then the thumb comes around like that. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, so at the bottom of the hoodie, kind of comes like this. And then there's the cuff or the bottom of the hoodie. And then, of course, you need the pocket and the strings. So there's our circle dude. Oh, the shoes will keep as circles. Just add a line like that. And then a line like that. That's the tongue. And then the laces. 1, 2, 3. And there we have our circle guy. We'll give him some pockets. There. If you want, you can mess this line up a little bit. Kind of like that. But that is an easy mode circle guy. For the square guy, I kind of want him to be square, well-defined. So maybe we'll kind of define these muscles a little bit. Forearms. And then the fist, I want to be a square. Because maybe he's kind of well-built, this guy. Square. So then the knuckle comes down. Thumb comes around. Nice. Maybe he's wearing a tank top. Like this. Okay. There we go. Okay. Just trying to define some of these features on him. Neck. Shoulders should come up more. Like that. Good. Come straight down. And then I have his shoes as squares. So maybe he's wearing kind of like boots. Maybe he's got shorts on. Like that. And then here's his knee. Kind of real tree trunk legs. And then on the bottom of the boots, we'll put some of that. And there's the tongue that comes up. Square tongue. And laces. There. So we have our happy guy based on a circle. Kind of like an intense guy wearing a tank top. Like that. And then for the triangle, let's have the collar of her shirt is going to be a V. Maybe it's a t-shirt. It comes up like this. Okay, go like that. Bring it up. Maybe she's wearing a high-waisted skirt. So the t-shirt goes like that. And the skirt comes down like that. We need to give her little knees. And then her shoes into heels. Like so. Now these hands being shaped like triangles. So we have the arm coming down. So there's one finger, there's another finger, there's another finger. Thumb comes like that. Thumb, one finger, one finger, one finger. There. Kind of like that. Maybe her shoulders need to come in a bit. But there you go. There you have it. 3 characters designed. Easy mode. So for those who are wondering how you create an original character kind of from thin air, this is one of my methods. I pick shapes, I build characters around those shapes, And then I give them some context. So, for example, for a project I was recently working on for one of my jobs, I needed to come up with a classroom's worth of students. And so I picked, I think it was 20 different variation of shapes, and I just sketched out 20 different students, all based around those shapes. Okay, so there's our easy mode characters. It's easy because I just fleshed it out from the one angle using kind of the basic shapes that sort of define them. So Chris is sort of defined by circles and curves. Quinn, and I've named them too, Quinn is defined by sort of strong rectangular and square shapes. And then Tracy is by triangles and sort of points. And yeah, I think they look pretty good. One of the cool things too is that you can kind of already tell aspects of their personality just because of the shapes that they're defined by. So for example, like Chris with his kind of wide eyes looks like he's sort of, kind of intense, but in a way that's sort of like earnest. Quinn looks sort of skeptical, but also sure of himself. Tracy kind of looks, what's the word? Sarcastic, maybe even ironic. And, just you can determine a lot of things writing a character just by how you choose to portray them. Medium mode. Okay, for medium mode, what I thought would be fun to do is, for easy mode, we draw our characters. We drew them straight on, kind of came up with these invented characters straight on from one angle. We're going to draw now our characters from a different angle and maybe doing something. So maybe they are all doing what? Let's say they're sitting on a couch together. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put right below here over my logo, I'll put the reference image that we just generated, like the easy mode, and then we can do, we'll add these characters to this couch. So first we need to draw the couch. Whenever I'm drawing characters interacting with something like sitting on a couch, I always draw the thing that they're sitting on first. So we start with two little ovals. These are going to be the arms of the couch, right? And then the back of the couch comes up and around, and then there's the side of the couch like that, and then there we have a couch. And there's three people sitting on this couch. So we'll make it a 3-sectioned couch, like with 3 cushions. There's the board. And there we go. So here we have our couch. So first, we're going to draw Tracy in this corner. So she's going to be relaxing. So we start with that circle, triangle head. Like that. Arm or neck comes down, and we have that triangle body, but it's going to come like this because I want her one arm to be resting here. So then we'll put her arm over here like that, and then the triangle hand like that, like that. Okay, then she's got, so her body comes like this, and we have her legs come like that, kind of the skirt is like that. One leg out, and then down, and then her shoe. Okay. And then make that into a tube. And then, yeah, her other leg is like that too. Just sitting like that on the couch. Nice. Okay, then we add the V, and then her other arm's back there. Okay, so then we add kind of her mouth, lips, her nose, her eyes. Maybe she's looking this direction. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm taking that reference image now that we have those basic starting shapes down, right? And I'm adding them back. So then we have our Tracy. Okay, shoulder up. And then arm, and then I guess we need some more details on that hand. So we have the thumb, and finger. All right, there is Tracy. Then we'll have Quinn. And maybe he's sitting forward like this. Okay, so we start with his head, which was a square. He's going to be kind of looking this way. And maybe he has his hands on his... He's sitting like this. So then what we do is we add the body, his legs, like this. He's just sitting normal, but he's got those shorts on that come like that. Shorts, right? He's got his shoulder, his hands on his knee, his elbows on his knee, hand comes back up, and then like that. There we go. And his arms are kind of rectangular. On this side, if you go like this, I can see that my pinky is alongside my mouth. So we got his mouth, and here's the pinky, the other hands like that. All right, and his back is kind of arched, and then he's got his eyes looking forward, his nose, eyebrows, ear, which is just a little rectangle. Then we add his hair, again looking at the reference, just making sure that I keep the details the same. Okay, there we go. And the hair comes behind the ear because we're kind of looking at it at that angle, well reversed, but the hair you can see a bit of, and his neck. Okay, so his arms, so we got his shoulder, his bicep, there we go. Then we need his boots, which we did as rectangles with a rectangle in the front, and then a tongue that comes up like that. The tongue of the boot, of course. Knee straight down into his boot there. So his shoulder should come a little higher because it's kind of scrunched down. Then we have Chris, who's going to be sitting right beside him, and just maybe he's got his arm back here. So we'll put the body here, put the head here, and maybe he's looking this way. So we'll put the nose here, eyes like that, eyebrows up. Let's give him a smile this time. He's got his ear here. He's got his hair, which is gonna come like that. Okay, so his neck comes down, the V comes like so, and then there's the hoodie, which comes up and like that. Oh, he should be moved back though. So because I'm drawing digitally, I'll just move it. But luckily we didn't do a whole lot. If you're not drawing digitally, you can just erase it and move it. There, it's kind of like that. Okay. Let me just clean this up here. So there is his body. His arm comes up. And like that, it's resting on the armrest. And his hand like that. Okay, let's do the legs before we do the arms. Sometimes that makes it make a little bit more sense. So he's got his circle shoes, and his leg comes out and down, and this leg comes out and maybe down like this a little bit. The shoe. Okay, then we add the laces and then the cuff of the shoe, and we'll just clean that up a little bit. So his hoodie needs to come like that, and his arm is going to be up along the back like that of the couch. So his hands, and he's got the kind of the bulby circle hands. The neck needs to be thicker. Hoodie. And this elbow out more, and like that. There we go. So this is one of those instances where we're going to look at the hand straight on. So it doesn't make sense to keep the arm the same length. We're going to go like that. And, like if you were to draw it as a tube, it'd be like this. So the tube is actually coming towards the observer. And so you don't have to worry about drawing the whole thing. And it'll still look all right. So there we have our... And I think I drew Chris's head a little too big too. Maybe seeing as I'm cheating digitally anyway, I'm going to adjust the angle while I'm at it. Okay, then we add the hoodie details. And nice. Maybe his hand's going behind the couch. And there we have it. Often when I make an original character, if I'm going to need to be drawing them a lot, like for a project, I will draw what I call just a Bible cheat sheet, which is the character from the front view, from the side view, from 3/4 view, and then any details that I need to remember to draw, such as, accessories they might wear, or, this person smiles more than they frown, or stuff like that. Because sometimes when you're drawing 100 pictures, you forget what you need to draw. It's useful to have a little cheat sheet. Okay, there is our medium mode characters. The easy mode, straight on. The medium mode, slightly different pose from a slightly different angle. And the funny thing is kind of that's all there is to creating and inventing a character. You come up with what they look like simply, and then you put them into slightly more complex situations.
Hard mode.
So here's my hard mode comic strip. The best part about drawing a comic strip is you get to kind of flesh out some of the personality of these characters. So Chris wants some ketchup. Quinn throws the ketchup. And Tracy gets covered in ketchup because why not? It's a dumb joke. 2 panels, 2 punchlines, and I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but I actually realized that there's a dumb pun in there. Catch up sounds like catch up, right? Like catch up. It's going high. So I changed that panel 2 punchline, and then obviously the visual punchline in panel 3 of Tracy being covered in ketchup. Because why would you throw ketchup? That's annoying and kind of funny.
Extra credit.
For extra credit today, it's very simple. Just send me your like original character that you have made, and if you have comics of your original characters, send those, even better.
Art you sent in.
Thank you so much to everybody who sent in art. I love seeing it. If you'd like to send me your art, you can send it to gogomockrocketsheep@gmail.com, or you can just tag me in social media. Thanks again. See you next time.